Hello, this is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, bringing you my fifth and final match from my friendly league with Gruul Dragons featuring Fable the Mirror Breaker and Ragavan. I just accidentally hit my volume on my headphones, so hopefully this is good. Interesting hand. I'll give it a shot. I like the questing beast coming down early and attacking for 6. Assuming our opponent doesn't disrupt our hierarchs in some way. We have the Tron Field of Ruins. Oh, we're on the play. We've been on the play a lot. Not that it's helped that much, but guys, excuse me. I got these new headphones and I'm trying to figure out the best way to use them without, to block out sounds of me drinking or whatever, or even swallowing. I don't know. We'll see how they sound. All right, so we're playing against Yawgmoth. There's our Ragavan. That's a sweet draw because what that lets us do is, there's no way they're not going to block. I think they want their Yawgmoth to die, but run out this hierarch. This is one of the sweet lines that you get with Ragavan and hierarchs in the deck. You get a turn 2 4/3 attacking that will hopefully get us a treasure, or at least force a chump block. Yep. So next turn, we are hoping to stick this questing beast and start beating face for 6 a turn and maybe race this Yawgmoth deck. Excuse me, these headphones take a little getting used to. Double Blooming Marsh. We still need to, I don't know, it's like turn 2, right? So you can start to predict the future, but they play cards like Grist that they can play the turn after we stick this questing beast and kill it. So we're hoping that, do we just maybe run out this Ragavan? Another hierarch. Maybe we do run out the Ragavan. Because the Grist comes down next turn and would just snipe our questing beast. Whereas we'd rather the Grist come down and not do anything. So if we go blow up, we can just cast a Ragavan for no value. Trying to think if there's any reason to tap this and leave the Field of Ruin up. Probably not. So we'll dash in. Oh yeah, but we haven't even played a land yet this turn. It's a lot of triggers. Orcish Bowmasters. In response to the triggers, well, it is what it is. Play our second Field of Ruin. We still have the questing beast to run out, and maybe play it around a Grist. We'll see if they run a Grist out here to snipe one of our hierarchs or to get their own synergies running. Wall of Roots. Yeah, the Yawgmoth deck, it does so much, and I really have a hard time understanding all the synergies. I get it in theory, what they're trying to do and what they're up to. That they're doing, basically they're trying to get an infinite loop of sacrificing creatures for value, whether it's to wipe our board, draw cards with Yawgmoth, or just drain us with Blood Artist. But as far as like all the individual pieces, I have like some vague sense of what they are. But wow, so many hierarchs. So Grist coming down is going to make us really sad. A Yawgmoth coming down is going to make us really sad. And I feel like there's no way our opponent doesn't have both of those things. All the hierarchs in the world. And a 8/8 questing beast. Just so, oh man, it's just so silly. It's so silly. And they can't block with anything because all their creatures are 2 or less power. So I mean, I feel like there's 0% chance that our opponent doesn't untap and stick either a Grist or a Yawgmoth. But, oh, they have some shenanigans, it looks like. Court of Calling. Or Court of Calling, right? They have plenty of answers, plenty of ways to find what they're looking for. Instant speed. Yeah, I mean, when you have, what, 12 cards in your deck that could answer what I'm trying to do, it's it's understandable that they have one of them. Okay, I guess they're not doing that. I'm assuming it's a chord for a Yawgmoth. X equals 4, yeah. And then killer questing beast with Yawgmoth triggers. So yeah, pay a life, sacrifice another creature, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature and draw a card. So they're going to put counters on these walls, I imagine, and maybe just wipe our entire board. I mean, they can literally. I mean, they'll be left with a few. Like what? They could kill our questing beast and kill a couple hierarchs, I guess, and then be left with the Yawgmoth. And then they have the Yawgmoth, which is just going to keep coming back. We can probably just have 6. I don't think there's anything we can do. So the Yawgmoth's going to keep coming back, and that's going to let them wipe our board. They will run low on life eventually. So I don't necessarily want to scoop yet. We have 4 lands. We need some help. Probably should have taken a turn to Field of Ruin last turn and tap differently to get our second green and red source, but we're going to need a land and a creature. We'll see where they stop though. They're at 12. They're at 9 cards in hand. Exalted triggers go off. Alright, so they're going to stop. It looks like they're going to stop right there. Yep. They have 9 cards. I can't imagine that they drew anything good. Yeah, I mean, Yawgmoth is, I've heard, is the best deck in the format. I haven't played it that many times, so either it's not, people just don't like it, or its win rate isn't as good as maybe I heard. But yeah, it's really good against mid-range creature strategies, as we see there on their turn. Our turn 3, they drew like 8 cards, 7 cards maybe. Killed our biggest threat, could have continued. It could have just wiped our entire board. Probably drew a Blood Artist along the way to help fuel. Yep, and now we are officially dead. Well, not officially, right? Well, so they can sacrifice another creature, put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature or draw a card. So we're not dead yet, but we're so because they need another Yawgmoth to go infinite, where they can sack 1 on Wolf to put a counter on another Yawgmoth. That Yawgmoth who sat comes back, and then they continue the loop, sacking the other one. Then, or anyway, they need 2 Undying creatures in Yawgmoth and Blood Artist to go infinite. But we're pretty much dead, so we'll scoop it up. All right. What do we have? Glorybringer. All right. Well, Against this deck, we can bring in Tormod's Crypt to shut down their combo. Brother's Hood End hits a lot of their creatures. Veil of Summer protects us from some things, but again, Fable, I mean, this is a grindier matchup, but you saw it was their turn 3 that they went off, so they're very fast. Lightning Bolt seems good. I think the Ragavan Fable package comes out. We could try to hose them with Blood Moon, but I imagine they're going to be playing around it. Bone Crusher Giant isn't necessarily at its best, but it does answer some of their combo pieces, like a Yawgmoth with a counter on it. Blood Artist. Okay, hopefully the muting of my mic isn't too annoying. Alright, let's see what we got this time. Alright, we do have a Tormod's Crypt, and after that we don't have anything to do for a while, so even with that, I'm not sure this is a keepable hand. This, wow, okay, sure. We'll just... hope they don't have a Yawgmoth. That would make us sad. But I mean, a Yawgmoth, they do fine. We trade, they put a counter on it, we stomp it. We hit a land along the way, so we can start running out these Bone Crusher Giants. Nope, they're just gonna play the new Surveil lands for Murders at Karloff Manor. And we drew the card we put on the bottom. I swear, I know that like Saffron Olive, for instance, has frequently complained about how the card you put on the bottom tends to be the first one you draw, and I don't blame him. I see it seems to happen more often than not, to be honest. Why is my stack over there? Alright, so we didn't hit a land, unfortunately, so I think maybe I don't know, we could just run out a Bone Crusher Giant, basically, and start putting a clock on our opponent. Missing lands, though, makes me hesitant to try that. And no value, not getting the value out of the stomp. Alright, why don't we just hold up stomp and either stomp their face and then play the Bone Crusher Giant and see if we draw, especially if we draw a land. Because if we do draw a land and get a hit in with the Ragavan, we could cast a Glorybringer, just not on time. Alright, going to instep. So we'll go ahead and stomp their face. Land. Got the land. Will we get another hit in with this Ragavan? I would be shocked. Nope, we will not. So we go to stomp there, but I think what we're going to do is just run out a Bone Crusher Giant. Hope to hit a land next turn for this Glorybringer. Start attacking. Is it grist time? It is. Yeah, unfortunately I don't even think this triggers. It's a activated ability that targets, so we don't even get the 2 damage. But we will get to stomp the grist if we don't hit a land. What we really want, though, is Questing Beast would be great. A land for the Glorybringer or Questing Beast. That's what we're looking at. Oh, just another Glorybringer. Also, acceptable, I guess. Man. So many Glory Bringers. We did draw a land in between them, but we put one on the bottom, drew one, drew a land, drew another one. So yeah, we really want to go runner land. Yeah, alright, so the Agatha Soul Cauldron does some things that usually end up with me dying. Each exile target card from a graveyard. When a creature card is exiled this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. And then creatures you control with +1/+1 counters on them have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled with Agatha Soul Cauldron. So that means he gets to activate it as a Planeswalker. Do we really want to go down our treasure token? What's the worst that could happen? So does it become... I'm so confused. I'm just trying to read. Have all activated abilities of all creature cards exiled. So it's a creature, so it has all these activated abilities, so it could create a black and green insect creature token. I mean, I think we're just going to have to go and respond to and stomp. Why do we have to pay one? Wait, what just happened? Alright, I was very confused there. And they had that open the whole time. So that's just a big pun on our part. We saw that coming. We should have seen it coming. They had the land open, so... Oh, sigh. And now it's a grist. It's a big old grist. And if we hit the land, we're going to be double sad. We could have waited for it to resolve in order to then stomp it, because it would have been a 2/2, and they would have gotten the insect token out of it, it's true. But, okay, so that was a punt. Let's see if we can come back. We weren't going to draw the land anyway, though, but it was a mistake. I didn't want to get the grist activation out of it, but we should have let them, knowing this land was there, we should have let them put the counter on it and then stomped it. So that's unfortunate, because now they can just machine gun down our board. And we didn't hit the land, so... yeah, we're going to have to respond. At least we hit the Tormod's Crypt to sort of nerf their combo, but... That's a sweet card. I like that. I mean, no wonder this card's so expensive. It's got some sweet synergies. Just seems like they have so much more going on resource-wise. They have more cards, more lands, more permanents, more synergies, that I think we're like, I don't know, maybe 5% for winning this game. And without the punt, maybe we would be like 20% winning this game. Because at least they would have lost their Bowmasters. They would have gotten one activation out of it, then lost the Bowmasters, and then they had the follow-up grist anyway. So I'm not sure it would have mattered. See if we draw the third Glory Bringer. It's a 2/2 still, so we get the Questing Beast. We're going to run this out. I mean, they can't kill it. They can maybe kill it with one of these grists. They have 2 grists now, which is pretty sweet for them. So they could sack the Bowmasters to kill the Bone Crusher. Seems like that's a win for us if they do. And if I were them, I would not. You have blockers for days. Next turn, you're set up to do it again. What we want now is a land, and for our opponent to have nothing in those 6 cards that can stop our Questing Beast from attacking and hitting the grist. Or hitting them and killing the grist, of course. Oh, that's the beauty of Questing Beast. Man, the other thing. So I've played, like I said, I haven't played this deck too many times, but the times I've had, it just feels like we're just getting outgrounded. They grind you out. Maybe this is the one of the mid-range decks that exist. So it seems to me like mid-range, maybe all decks that have some combo. Anyway, I think we might just be dead soon. Um, this is a mid-range combo deck, and so is Amulet Titan. So the decks that have the most synergy seem to be the mid-range decks that have the most power level and are the best in the format, or tend to be a combo style deck. And that's their mid-range plan, is to just set up their combo pieces and then combo you out. And I don't think that. I guess we're arguing semantics. What counts as a mid-range? What counts as a combo? Do we count as a combo deck? We play turn 1 mana dorks, turn 3 planeswalkers mana dorks. Is that a combo? Do we count cards working together? Is that a combo? I think that in reality, no. Those are just synergies. Here, though, is a true combo where you get 2 cards out and you win the game, or 3 cards out and you win the game. And so the most powerful mid-range strategies out there, Amulet Titan and Yawgmoth, are these combo style decks. So I'm going to stick to my guns and my statement that mid-range is dead in Modern. Not the true mid-range in its truest meaning is dead. And yeah, and so are we. So we're gonna scoop it up, call this league over, and yeah, I'll talk to you in the wrap up. But thanks for watching. This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com. Catch you on the next one.
This is Johnny Cycles with CyclesGaming.com, and this has been another edition of Dragons in Modern. Be sure to go to my site and check out all of my original Magic the Gathering content, where I post articles and video of my janky modern brews in my commander decks. I'm also publishing a couple chapters every month for my science fiction fantasy novel called The Pod Kind. Check me out on YouTube as well. Click that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next one.